Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we shall start improper integrals. So let us define improper integral. So let a definite integral a to b f of x dx. So this definite integral is said to be improper either the interval a comma b is infinite and f is bounded, or the second one is the integrand f is unbounded over a comma b. So now let us understand the definition of improper integral. Any definite integral is said to be improper either. So there are two conditions. If it satisfies either any one of the condition, then it is said to be improper integral. So let's see what are those conditions. The first one, the interval a comma b is infinite. The intervals a and b infinite means, so in this case we can say that either a is infinite or b is infinite, or in some cases both a and b are infinite. Okay, so in all these three cases we can say that the given integral is improper integral. So along with these, f must be bounded. So f must be bounded means at the bounded over a comma b means the value of f, the function value must be finite. Okay, so that is the first condition is that both the intervals a and b are infinite, or in some cases either a is infinite or b is infinite, but f must be bounded. Then this kind of improper integral is called as the improper integral of first kind. Okay, next, either if it doesn't satisfy the first condition, that means both the limits are finite. Okay, in the second case both the limits are finite but the integrand f is unbounded. That means the function value f is, that is f of x is infinite. Unbounded means the value of f is infinite at either x equals to a or x equals to b, or in some cases, so here x equals to a means at upper limit and at x equals to a means at lower limit, and x equals to b means upper limit, or in some cases at x equals to c, which lies between a and b. That means x equals to, which belongs to the intervals a comma b. So there are total two types of improper integrals. If this definite integral satisfies the first condition, then we say that the improper integral of the first kind. Otherwise, if it satisfies the second condition, then we say that improper integral of the second kind. Okay, types of the improper integrals. So I have already explained in the definition that first there are two types of improper integrals. First one is improper integral of the first kind, and second one is say the improper integral of second kind. Okay, if the definite integral satisfies the first condition, then it is called as the improper integral of the first kind. If it satisfies the second condition, then it is called as the improper integral of the second kind. That is, the definite integral a to b f of x dx is said to be first kind if it takes the form this one. So lower limit is infinite but upper limit is finite. Okay, so this is first kind improper integral, or lower limit is finite but the upper limit is infinite. Okay, then also we say that this is the improper integral of the first kind. Or so lower limit is infinity, upper limit is minus infinity to plus infinity. Even this case is also called as the improper integral of the first kind, but here all these cases f must be bounded. F is bounded. So that means the value of the f at x equals to a or x equals to b is finite. Okay, so there are three forms which are improper integrals of the first kind. Okay, so now come to the second kind. So before that, let's see an example for the first kind. Here these are the example for the improper integral of the first kind. The first one, integral 1 to infinity 1 by x raised to 1 by 2 dx. So this is improper integral of the first kind because here upper limit is infinity. In the same way, this one is also first kind because here lower limit is infinity. Here in this case both the upper and lower limits are infinity. Okay, therefore these three are the example for the improper integral of the first kind. Okay, now come to the second type, that is improper integral of the second kind. So we have seen already in the definition that the second condition is that if f is unbounded over a comma, this means that a definite integral is said to be second kind, that is a to b f of x dx is said to be second kind. Here both the limits a and b are finite, but this function f is unbounded. F is unbounded means it is f is equals to, that is f of x equals to infinite. Infinite means it may be plus infinity or minus infinity. Okay, so it is infinite at x equals to a, that means at lower limit, or x equals to b, that is at x upper limit, or at the point c, x equals to c, so which belongs to the intervals a comma b. Okay, so that in this case we say that this is the improper integral of the second kind. Okay, so now let us see an example for the improper integral of the second kind. See here, these three are the example for the improper integral of the second kind, because here you can see that here all the limits are finite only, but this function f of x is unbounded over the limits, over the given limits. For example, see this one, first one. So this function, so here function is f of x equals to 1 by x square. So if you substitute x equals to 0, then 1 divided by 0 equals to infinity. That means at f of 0 we are getting infinity. Therefore f is unbounded. This function f is unbounded over given interval 0, 1. So similarly, so see here this function, if you substitute upper limit, you will get, so here f of x is equals to 1 divided by 3 minus x. This becomes infinity, okay, it becomes infinity at x equals to 3. That means at x upper limit, okay, x equals to 3. That means 3 minus 3 equals to 0, 1 divided by 0 equals to, will get infinity. Therefore, this function, that is this integral, is also improper integral. It looks like proper integral only, but so after checking, that is the function value, therefore this function is unbounded, therefore it is improper integral. So in the same way, so this integrand, okay, so on substituting x equals to 0 or x equals to 1 or x equals to 2, these all three lies between, these lies between minus 1 comma 2. Therefore this one is also unbounded function. So this function f is equals to infinity at x equals to 0, x equals to 1, x equals to 2, which all belongs to the interval, given interval minus 1 comma 2. Therefore this one is also a improper integral of the second kind.